Hi everybody, Leah here with your weekly card reading starting Monday the 24th of May 2021. We're going to draw 3 cards for the beginning, the middle and the end of the week. And as always, it's a general guide. If it relates to you, then take from it what you can that helps you in your circumstances. If this one doesn't relate to you, then just leave it and perhaps watch the daily cards and see there might be a message there for you instead. Got cards flying out. So the start of the week we have the card of strength. So for some of you, this is going to be that there is something happening in your life that requires you to be strong. We do have it partnered with the card of new beginnings. The last several weeks have been all about letting something go, completing something, walking away from something, starting something new. So if you've been doing that, then perhaps this is your time to start this new life. And with that, obviously there's, emotions that go with that. Can be fear and regret of what you've left behind, fear of the unknown, of what's coming in the future, all of those things. So it's asking you to find that strength and be courageous and go forward and start this new life that you're having. Now, for others of you, I feel as though there could be some kind of challenge coming to you this week that is going to require you to really go deep and find that inner strength that is going to support you to get through that. Again, I feel like there's this kind of unknown. It's almost like information has come to you, but you don't actually know what that means yet or how that's going to affect your future and this moving forward. And so it's almost like you're in a little bit of a limbo. And so you are trying to, or you're needing to really embrace that inner strength that you have in order to be patient and get through this. The strength card is also, it's about being confident. It's about being strong, but being kind through that. It's doing things with grace and empathy and understanding. It's forgiving where it needs to be forgiven. It's you being very solid in your foundations of who you are as a person and being very clear on that with other people. It's having good boundaries and yet being kind in the way you deliver that information or the way you enforce those boundaries, if that makes sense. Now, the middle of the week, we have the 8 of Ariel, and this is you doing something really good. This is you achieving things. This is you putting in the hard work. You're putting in the effort. You're getting things done. Now, for some of you, this can be study. This could be getting results in your study. It might be that you're starting a new form of education, of learning, training, whatever it is, though, this is good. This is you really embracing this new path. You're putting the work in. You are achieving what it is you want to achieve. Now, we do have the card of letting go with this one. So if you're putting, I almost feel like for some of you, you're putting a huge amount of pressure on yourself right now to have to be perfect and to be really good at whatever it is you're doing. And I feel like you need to let go of some of that expectation of yourself because you're doing well, you're going to do well, you're going to be successful. But if you put too much pressure on yourself, if you don't get the mark you wanted, even though you get a good mark, or say you don't achieve something you kind of put your heart into the way you had thought you would achieve it, I think there's still going to be success. It just may not be in the way that you're anticipating. So letting go of the expectations of what that outcome is going to be can help you to kind of go with the flow a bit more, enjoy what you're doing, and that will lead you to the best outcome for you. The end of the week, we have the King of Gabriel, and this is you really standing strong in who you are as a person, but you're kind of letting go of, I think you're letting go of that expectation or those high standards you've set for yourself, and you're just kind of sitting back and going, okay, I have what it takes to be successful. I know I can do that. So you're just going to kind of go with the flow a little bit more, I think. It almost feels like you've been quite rigid in, all right, well, I want to achieve this and I'm going to do it by this day and this is how I'm going to do it. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, actually, whatever this is at the beginning of the week is like, well, maybe no, that's not the plan at all. And so something changes that. And I think you start to, by, you know, the middle of the week, you're letting go of that and just trusting in the process and go, okay, I'm going to go with the flow here. And you've got that down pat by the end of the week. And with that, you are going to be successful. Now, this card can be you looking out for others, leading others, inspiring others. And we also have the card of leadership here as well. So I almost feel like as part of this process, you are going to inspire other people to be able to release some of their expectations on themselves or of other people and just, you know, be a bit easier on yourself. It's kind of the message I'm getting. It's just take a step back, take a deep breath and relax a little bit and then just go with what is coming to you. Bottom of the deck we have the Five of Michael. And again, this is speaking of something that doesn't quite work for you. It's a situation that isn't really panning out the way you'd thought or you'd hoped. And this can be other people's input too. This can be other people bringing some kind of drama or news into your life that upsets things a little bit. You've got to remember to keep your positive attitude. And again, this card actually says release your attachment to the outcome. So I think it's really important that you do that. So don't sort of focus on that end point so much as just going, what will be, will be. What can I do now? What are the steps I need to take right now to make this okay and to work towards the best outcome? We also have opportunity knocks. So when things come up that we weren't anticipating, that aren't as we expected, we sort of always assume that that's a bad thing, but maybe it's not. Perhaps whatever is happening is going to be ultimately an opportunity for something better. So just keep that in the back of your mind. If things don't quite go to plan, go, okay, well, maybe something better is coming to me instead, and I'm just going to go with the flow and see what that is. The card from my healing cards for this week is the card of respect, and that really fits in with that being strong and setting those boundaries and doing what is right for you, but doing that with kindness. It is having respect for other people. It's staying in your integrity, but it's also demanding that from other people. If you have circumstances or relationships or situations in your life where you are not being respected, then I really feel like you might be setting some boundaries around that at the start of the week and putting that in place. And through doing that, you are letting go of some of that old stuff that's been keeping you stuck. And that can be the expectations of others, the obligations you felt to other people. You might be going, actually, it's not my responsibility anymore and I'm letting that go. But you're going to do that kindly and with respect. The affirmation card for the week is the card of goodness. And it says, I overcome my imperfections, polish my character and feed on the positive. Thus I free myself, allow my goodness to manifest and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support, understanding and love to myself and others. So while there are some potentially difficult moments this week, I really feel like you're kind of just letting go of a lot of that stress and angst and anything you have been feeling obligated to do for others. It's almost like you're just letting that go this week and you're going to go with the flow, and that might see you moving in a different direction, but that is a good change for you and it's going to be a good outcome. So I hope you have an amazing week. I'll see you next week. Bye.